Hello everyone. I hope I am heard nicely. I'm gonna wait a little bit for Grisch to be here. As I am preparing for our next slides that we're gonna discuss, me and him, Donna Adelson. I mean, even if we all knew what was the verdict gonna be, or suspected what the verdict gonna be, it's still very, I don't know, I don't want to say shocking, because it's not shocking. We already know she's gonna be found guilty. It's just it's very, like, it's made my head explode. I watched the verdict like 100 times now, and every time I watch it, it's like, wow. Okay, I have one. Okay. Okay, I think I have everything I need for now. Okay, I have a few things that I've prepared for today. First of all, we're gonna watch the verdict, of course. We're gonna watch the verdict. We're gonna comment on it. We're gonna talk about it, me and Grisch, as soon as he's here. Let's see where he is. Okay. I'm just waiting. So yeah, as I was saying, okay, here we go. Back to stage. Hi, hello, welcome. Can you hear me?
What's up, yo?
I'm sorry,
Can
what
you
did
hear
you
me
say?
okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Just give me a second. I gotta turn my headphones on.
Sure, take your time. Hello, no one new subscriber. I saw that Grish will be your guest tonight. Hello, everyone joining. Nice to see you all. Hi, Carolina. Hello, Mona Lisa. Hello, everybody. Let's see. Okay, this is better. Okay, so let's see if someone is new here, maybe. I doubt it. I think everyone's watching now at this time is already. I'm talking. You do you, Grish. Okay. What
What
do
do
you
you
want?
mean? Do me? What do you mean?
No, I mean
Is
take
there
your.
any background noise?
No, there's no background noise. No,
Okay.
I can hear you well.
All right. I hear something in the background. I don't know if it's just my headphones.
You can hear something from your side.
Yeah, but I think it just may be the background here.
Could it be
Um,
me? It could be
I
me.
don't know. You have any windows open or anything?
No, I don't.
Well, if there's no background noise and anybody else isn't, then we're straight.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe people will start to tell us or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so tonight we're diving into one of the most twisted family crime stories in America, in my opinion. Um, in 2014, Charlie Adelson, now a convicted murderer, hired a hitman to kill his own brother-in-law, Professor Dan Markel. But what drove him to it? Was it money? Was it Wendy? Or was it his mother, Donna Adelson? Of course, we know what was it. This case
Let's
isn't just. Yeah, sorry, tell me.
Someone hears the fuzzy crackling. Let me make sure it's not me. Give me a second.
Okay, okay. Ah, I hear the fuzzy.
You hear it too?
Okay, let me try something from my part also.
We need to make sure it's not. Excuse me. Is that better? Is that better?
If you're asking me, I cannot hear anything. Probably
You
it's
can't hear
I'm
anything?
trying to
All right.
do something else now.
You hear me now? No.
I can hear you.
I'm making sure it's not going through my headphones. Give me a second.
Okay, I'm okay.
I'm just making sure that. Well, I just shut the window. Why is it doing that? Is it still going now? Did it stop?
It's not? I don't know.
Can you
Is
hear me?
it? I
I don't hear any
I can
fuzzy.
hear you.
Is it the fuzzy noise anymore? No.
I don't know. I cannot hear any fuzzy in it.
Okay. Then
But
then
how about
it was my headphones.
okay.
All right. Sorry about that.
Okay. No, it's fine. It's okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's okay. Perfect. It stopped. Great. Hello, Queen Olive. Yeah. So, how are you first? How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so as I was saying, this case is like, I think what's very interesting about this case is its dynamic, the family dynamics that went too far, to a point where murder was involved. And I think also what's interesting is the motive, because usually it's money, it's passion, out of love, out of passion. But this time it's the mother-in-law for power.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very hard to explain to somebody that doesn't know about the case, about the motive of the case, if they ask you, so why did they do it? You're gonna say, so for me, if I had to say one word, it would be power. What would be your word?
I think that's what makes it, I agree with that being what makes it difficult to explain to people, because I think each person had a different motive, you know, and even though like it was a murder for hire, the people that I'd say did the most as far as their actions or their involvement, should I say, they didn't, like Sigfredo. I think he did it to get Katie back. He did it so he wouldn't feel emasculated by having, from his perspective, her boss dealing with her, you know?
That's
so,
what you think?
Yeah.
So we did it for that?
All right. I'm looking at it from someone who's from the same culture as Sigfredo. So if I lose my job and my woman is hooking up with someone who I think is her boss, it's not just like hooking up with another guy. She's hooking up with someone that also, from his perspective, pays her bills through employment. So it's like, oh, so if I don't have a job, that's almost like that dude is helping me live. Like, I would take it that way. Like, as a man coming from the same culture that Sigfredo comes from.
So you would do that to bring her back, to win her back?
I wouldn't do anything like that for someone like that. I wouldn't do that.
No. Of course not. Like, hypothetically, let's say, do you think this is why he did it?
I think for Sigfredo, I think he did it for, the financial aspect, but she got such a big chunk of that money.
Yeah, right.
He did it so she wouldn't deal with him, but she kept benefiting from that relationship well after.
Yeah, definitely.
And Charlie is doing it to seek approval from Donna.
Right.
So.
And Donna
is just.
What's Donna's motive, do you think?
To be in control. Because everybody in her family is not an individual in their own right. They're extensions of her.
Right.
So
she's the head and they're all just hands in her body. That's it.
Yep.
That's what she thinks of them. Right.
And even like they were saying, like, she calls Wendy's kids her sons. That's crazy.
What a twisted head. What a twisted head.
Yeah.
Really. It's really hard to be Donna, to be in her skin, to be inside. Like, I cannot imagine all this hate, jealousy, and greed. It eats you up.
Yeah.
When you are this greedy.
I think that is a very weird dynamic, and it's wild how, like, Robert, the oldest one, wasn't influenced by that so much that he became his own person and had the awareness to, like, I need to get out of here.
My God, isn't it something? I mean, I think Robert's testimony is one of the, I don't know, like, I think we should watch it at some point, because it's like one of the best things that happened in this case, because it gives you the real perspective from inside the family.
Right.
No one knows her better than Robert.
That's why his testimony was so was so powerful to me because it's like he's doing what's right and he's facing his parents the whole time, and they're on the complete polar opposite. They're not they're against him in this, you know, and that was just that was
I
almost
think,
like a
yeah,
movie.
this is the hardest thing anybody can do in life, honestly. Even if you hate your parents, this would be detrimental on your psyche to do that.
Yeah, yeah. You'd
No,
have
but
that guilt,
yeah,
especially if you're raised by with someone like Donna. You
right.
would probably still have that guilt, you
Yeah,
know.
you're programmed this way. It's in your DNA. It's not even consciously you think about it. It's
Right.
you want her approval in any way. But anyway, let's see what Carolina has said. In my opinion, Donna and Wendi Adelson didn't appreciate that the spotlight was only on Professor Dan Markel and not on Wendi. The others did it for the money. The spotlight was only on Professor Dan Markel.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think there is, yes, there is a chunk of it that um, jealousy of the spotlight.
Mm-hmm. Like he couldn't say that he went to Harvard because they
Right.
would out.
Yeah.
Like that's wild. Like I wonder, like sometimes, like I think it's easy for like people that really follow this case. I've noticed that it's like they don't even really call it the Dan Markel case anymore. It's like the Adelson case, and
Right.
I have to like I've noticed like shit. I've been doing that too, and it's like I think it's just wild how he's wild like how that you know, it's not the Markel is the Adelson. She changed her kids' names from Markel to Adelson. It's like, damn, it's just like this is the end result. This is like it's not the result they wanted now, but it's like these are the things they're like erasing him. And it's like, damn, I'm even referencing this case, erasing him. And then when I realized that, like first time I realized that, I'm like, damn, I wonder what goes on in his mind, what's going on in his mind day to day with that woman. Because you know she's a different person behind closed doors, right?
You mean Dan Markel? How,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And he told her at one point that nobody knows you like I do. Everybody is fooled by you. She
Mhm.
said it actually. She said it. She said that he said that about her. And he's right. I mean, of course, nobody knows her like he does. Probably
Right.
he's seen all of her shadows, all of her, bad sides.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he
Uh,
there it like have you ever watched like any of his I think like his speaking engagements?
no, I haven't, but I have started to read this paper that he did, uh, punishment. What was it called?
Punishment or redemption or something like that. Redemption, punishment,
I
the
have it here.
Federalist Society or something. It was something
Yeah,
complex. It's like, yo, this dude is
but you know what? It's mind blowing because it's like he wrote about his own life.
mm-hmm.
Sorry. I don't know if, like, I have notes written somewhere about it because I'm like, um, based on the introduction of what he wrote,
Mm-hmm.
Wendi should be, in this case, should be in jail just for not telling the police about Charlie's joke and, you know, things that she said, things that Charlie said about Dan Markel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm gonna try to find it, but it's really interesting.
It's wild to me, like how she hasn't been arrested, but if it kind of does make sense, like from my perspective, because I definitely have a different theory on like Wendy's involvement in this. Like
Mm.
I think I'm the only one on YouTube that is dead set on Wendy being directly in communication and cooperation with Sigfredo. I and so
What you think?
yeah, I can damn near guarantee you that.
Why? Say why? Tell me.
Um, based on the things that Luis was saying, like
Uh-huh.
Luis talks like it is proper. Like Luis is he's a gangster for real, and if you lived in that life before, you understand you would understand everything he's saying spot on, and everything that he's saying tells me that he has a major problem. He had a major problem with Sigfredo from the get-go with this whole plan. And
Mm.
he everything he was saying was interesting in that Sigfredo, when he would ask Sigfredo questions, Sigfredo wouldn't say anything back. And some of the things that Luis was saying to Sigfredo would be offensive to someone in that life. Like if you accuse someone of knowing more than what they know, and you press them on it, and they don't say anything back, it's because they do know more. And
Mm.
he's not in dishonesty in that regard is definitely a no. So about like the compartmentalization with everybody's roles, like Luis was noticing a lot of people not staying put, and so like that lets me know, like, yeah, this is he knows, like, Sigfredo is like has met Wendy before, the things that he's saying.
But if he knows that, why wouldn't he say? Did he say it? Did he ever say it? That he believes that he knows that Sigfredo met Wendy?
He doesn't say it because he doesn't know it for sure, but excuse me, he doesn't say it that way, but he said that Sigfredo told him, like, that he got the money from the lady, and he's
Mm.
using words like that to anonymize Wendy, but it doesn't work because the way he says the lady, he's kind of insinuating that this woman is much older, much more established, but really she's only a few years older than them, like 4 years older than them. Like, you wouldn't call someone the lady who's like age-wise your peer, and $5,000 from her, and he knows that Katie wouldn't give him that kind of money. Even Katie said that she gave Sigfredo less than $500 on the June trip. So that right there let me know, like, oh, she's taking money. They paid her from the get-go. From the day that Charlie propositioned Katie, they were paying her, and it shows in her cash deposits. So
The day that Charlie told Katie about, like, if she has someone that knows someone that can do something, is this on Halloween or something? Is
yep,
so do you believe that from this day she was getting cash? She was getting money?
absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Because in 2013, from January 1st to Halloween, Katie deposited $400 in cash total from November 4th through the June trip was like over $10,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And she was doing it in little bits And that lets me know, like, she wasn't putting the whole amount in there because she knew better not to put a 5-figure amount in there because it'll get flagged. But like she also is doing it in a way that people steal in that type of life. So it's like they're not gonna if you get a whole bunch of money, say this is a whole bunch of money, and this is $10,000, right? You're not gonna, if Sigfredo doesn't know that she's receiving the money, she might just put 200, 400, 200, just in case he comes back. Is like, hey, wasn't I supposed to get some money? And then she's like, oh, it's right here. I forgot. Oh, I forgot all about it. You see what I mean? They do stuff like that. They kind of hide it from you, and then it's gone. And so she didn't. And right before Yardbird, she didn't deposit any more money. But the day after they went to that restaurant, she started depositing again. It was, yeah. She doesn't admit to it, but her cash deposit say that. Like she deposited about, she didn't really spend any, like if you take the percentage, like 15% of 100,000, which is kind of a fair deposit for something like that. Maybe, I don't know, but it ain't less than $500 that Katie was talking about. Just her talking about how she got the, like, she said Sigfredo came to her to go to get some money for expenses to go out of town, which she knew what it was. But right there, Katie should have been on high alert at that moment, because it's not for Sigfredo to tell her when he's going out of town. It's for Charlie to give her money and tell Katie, this is the day that Dan will probably the most vulnerable, and then give her the money. And then she tells Sigfredo go do it. It's completely backwards. Like if Katie wasn't Sigfredo's woman and had kids with them, she'd be dead. She'd be dead. Anytime you see some cute girl that's adjacent to street people and they wind up missing and there's a funeral with no casket, it's for stuff like that. Where they get involved and they do something selfish. There's no remedy for that other than you have to go. It's just and so Sigfredo, and people think that because it's the Adelsons that they're the boss in the whole operation, and the whole conspiracy is run by them. It's not. It's not at all. It's the rule. The rules say Sigfredo is the boss in this. That's why he got Luis, and no one can say anything about it because Sigfredo runs the show. Not Charlie or Donna or Wendi. They're just customers.
You mean he runs the show in terms of strategic, like not like when and how and what to use as a weapon and stuff like that? When
Sigfredo, by hiring him to do that, the people who are involved and how things are run is his job. So if Katie is his woman and Charlie and Wendi paid Katie to give Sigfredo money, if Katie's stealing money and say Wendi approach them directly and say, look, we gave, you know about this, I know you know about this, and here's some money, we need this done, which I believe that happened in February. Because the Yardbird thing, Sigfredo and Luis were there watching them eat dinner. They knew that they'd be there and they would be outside. That is clearly orchestrated by Wendi. You see what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Like because it's on Wendi to prove to Sigfredo that the person closest to him as the intermediary is the one not doing that's not paying him. If she can prove that to Sigfredo has, and he accepts that money as the deposit, that $5,000 that Luis was talking about, he also has to accept the loss that Katie pocketed the money. Luis even said it. He's like, oh, they paid you? Oh, you got to do it. You see what I mean? It's just there's the rules.
Yeah, but meaning they paid Katie, not him, right?
They gave Katie the money to give to Sigfredo. They're not paying Katie. They're paying Sigfredo. Katie's just the delivery person. Katie's only job is to deliver information and money. That's it.
But in reality, did she give them the money?
No, like Katie didn't give the money that Katie gave them was on July 19th. All that the cash deposits, she deposited herself. That they gave her, that the Adelsons gave her. And I think that they have so much money and they have all this extra cash laying around because they literally talk about it. In order to keep everything going smooth, they had to make Katie think that everything's going smooth. And I can tell by like the call reports, Katie's the last to know. There's a flow of information and Katie isn't getting it first.
Okay, Mona Lisa said, ask him about the owl post Louis made and why he thinks he did it. What about that?
All right, you know about the owl, right?
The shirt that Wendi was wearing the day was, I don't know what. And then I know that he posted something on Facebook, maybe, about Instagram, like a photo of an owl that he saw over there when he did the thing.
That's what Detective Isom said in that interview. He said, oh, because they asked him about the photo, and then they said, oh, you saw a barn owl in the parking lot. That's what Isom said. That's not what Luis said. He just let him say that. I think he went on Google Images and got an owl. But so all the things that Luis was complaining about in his interview when it came to Sigfredo having a direct relationship with Wendi, I think that on the Thursday, the day before the murder, he saw Wendi with her kids. So he's mad at Sigfredo, and he explicitly says this. He's like, what is she doing up here? She knows that we're up here. What is she doing up here? And then Sigfredo says she wants to see if she came here to see that if everything's all right with the kids. And then Luis says, I know you know something more than that. So why is she up here? Already, Sigfredo should just say exactly what it is. But since he's not, that's something that I can tell that pissed Luis off, because Sigfredo shouldn't know the answer to that question. He shouldn't know why she's up here. You see what I mean?
Why do you think Sigfredo is not saying that?
Because I think that Luis would not do it. He would say, like he said before, let's just go rob her. And that suggestion is real. He meant it, but he also says that to see what Sigfredo, how he will react to that, because they would rob someone that they don't know. But if he's cool with someone and they know his face and everything and know his name, Sigfredo is not going to want to do that. And being that Sigfredo didn't want to do that, that told Luis, they're directly connected. So now with all of those things, like the owl post is the accumulated effect of the dishonesty that Sigfredo was bringing to Luis. So on that Friday, he explicitly says it, and I don't know how people don't like people. Well, I don't think that many people saw that interview as much as they watched the trial, but he says on the day of the murder, I seen Wendi. And then that's and she doesn't have to be parked on Trescott to get there. He said, I went over the speed bump, I looked in the rear view, and I saw her. And it's like,
Was
he
she
already
in the car or she was walking?
Say that again.
Was she in the car or was she walking or was
She was on the
she?
sidewalk. It was like, in my opinion, the way Luis explains this is that she might have been like in the bushes because he went over the hump and he looked and he saw her. She wouldn't be on the sidewalk. And she's wearing green, tan pants, tan shorts, and black shoes, which are the color of camouflage, right?
Really? Oh my gosh. Do you think that she was?
Yes. Absolutely.
Because I always thought in my head when they say that she was there, I always thought maybe she would be like in the car, passing by, or maybe she would be just.
She was like, I think that she went to they're on Thomasville Road, which is parallel to Dan's house, but behind it. And there's an apartment complex, and Sigfredo and Luis were actually seen by someone who lived there walking back there on a day, probably, I think the way it sounds like it was on a Wednesday. And so if Sigfredo and Luis know that little back cut, so does Wendi. She lived there. She used to live there. So I think that when Luis was at the proffer and said like he was clearly bothered that Wendi saw him, and Detective Isom says, but you got tinted windows, and he's like, but Sigfredo's like vocabulary is not super strong to like explain like if you don't have to see my face, you can just tell by the silhouette. You got a little guy in the driver's seat and you got a tall guy in the passenger seat. And if you know this guy's face and you know why he's up here, you can figure out who Luis is by just going on social media, which people were doing in 2014, So Sigfredo, so I think what I strongly believe, like when Luis saw Wendi on that Friday, he just kept it as a mental note. And I think he said something to Sigfredo right when they drove past her. And there's a part in one of the trials, they show Sigfredo like flipping out, like while he's in the passenger seat and Luis is just driving, but Sigfredo is animated. And I think he's animated because Luis probably said something slick to him, like, yeah, see why you have me do that shit, and then she's right there watching the whole time, and that's something that would make him flip out, and so I think when they called Katie at 12:30, first I think this is how it went. Wendi told Donna, and I forgot who she, but there was a flow of calls after like around 11:30, and it went from like Donna to Charlie to Katie, and Katie had the call at 11:30, and so I think that she knew that what happened. So when Sigfredo called her at 12:30, he's like, "It's done," and Katie's like, "I know."
Yeah.
And so Luis is like, "How does she know?" But Luis isn't asking him how does she know? He's hinting, yeah. How does she know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you know what I'm saying? He's telling him like, yeah, she knows because Wendi told her.
Right. Yeah, he's trying to.
Right. So when I think at some point during the day, he posted the the Instagram photo of the owl.
Yeah.
Knowing that people look each other up on social media, and it would to see what the reaction would be coming back. You see what I mean? Because if Wendi saw she's sitting there with the owl shirt and she looks
So
on
do you think he was trying to send a signal for Wendi? A
signal
sign
like, give me my
Wendi?
money, I saw you, bitch. You know, like that type of
Oh, I
and so
see.
and
Yeah.
it's not on her social media, it's on his.
You're
And
right.
he probably doesn't know, like, this is one of those things that gangsters do to scare the hell out of you.
Ah, yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
she saw that and it only resonates with her and no one else knows what it means.
Right. She will only know what it means.
Right. And so she would have to tell Charlie, like, oh, yo, I was there. I had an owl. He posted an owl. I had an owl shirt, and owl just caused a lot of
My gosh,
turmoil.
that's
Think
like,
about
oh my gosh, that's like telling her, like, I'm
I
gonna,
saw
you know, like, I
yeah,
my God,
it's one of those things.
I didn't
so-
think about it this way. That's mind blowing
And-
from
and
the
so-
get-go.
And so that causes the turmoil between them, like, and so when Charlie, when Katie goes to the house, Katie's all calm and she's, you know, like just going there because she's supposed to go there. And she said that Charlie answered the door frantic with a gun in his hand. Why would he answer the door frantic with a gun in his hand? Because your man's friend, he can't say why. Because Katie's not supposed to know. Katie can't know that Charlie can't let Katie know that he knows that Wendy's in direct contact with Sigfredo. Because Katie's supposed to be out of the loop, but she's still in it. But she's not privy to that information because the connections changed from the beginning, from October 31st. So when Charlie answers the door with the gun in his hand, who's the first person that granted, Katie turned her phone off, but you know Luis is gonna hear about that. Because she's gonna tell Sigfredo. Or when they went to get the money, Katie's gonna be like, yo, you know, he answered the door with a gun in his hand, and Luis will be like, yeah, no. You know, you see what I mean? Good. And then he knows the connection.
It would be even more evidence for Luis to know that Wendi knows that Wendi is but I had a question. So you think that Charlie knows that Wendi is in contact with Sigfredo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. So, and I think that he knew that probably at the latest the June trip. Because I think that Wendi gave Katie money at Yardbird and had Sigfredo watching the whole time. And then when they went in June, and plus she gave the money, and then they waited some time for Katie to give Sigfredo the money. She never gave Sigfredo the money. So
yeah,
when they went in June, Wendi gave him $5,000. But that's the reason for the owl, because like it's for Luis to kind of check Wendi, I guess. Like, I know you looked me up, but I saw you.
Yeah, because probably in this case he knows that she would be stalking him.
Right.
I mean, that's what she would do in this case, you know. So
right.
Yeah. My gosh, that's
crazy.
Crazy take. Yeah. Sigfredo Garcia was upset with Luis Rivera because Luis saw Wendi wearing her owl t-shirt.
No, Sigfredo's not upset with Luis. I don't think Sigfredo knew.
The other way around, I think, right?
I don't think he wasn't paying attention to that. Luis was mad at Sigfredo for working with Wendi this whole time and not giving him all the information Luis needed.
Yeah.
So by posting the owl, it let Luis know what's really going on in the background by seeing the reaction that he gets, you know, like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, by doing that, Luis knows, she knows who I am, she knows my name, and then and Katie called Sigfredo to tell Luis to take it down, like take that picture down.
Right.
But here's the problem with that. That lets Luis know that she's right there with him, because Katie can't make boss moves. She can't tell Sigfredo, or definitely she can't tell Luis a damn thing what to do. Take that down. Katie's not, it's not her position to tell anyone to do anything on their social media ever. But Katie feels like she can do that because she's with the people that's paying them. So she feels more powerful. But that's not her role. So Luis is like, all right, she's feeling herself a little bit. She thinks she can do that. All right, she's with them right now.
Luis was testing Sigfredo. Luis knew Sigfredo knew more. That's why he posted that owl pic on his Instagram, to see the reaction he would get.
That he would get like step by step. So it'd be like Wendi saw it. Wendi trips out. She tells Charlie. Charlie's all nervous. Just Charlie being nervous is it.
Right.
So when they got there the next day, you know, Katie's gonna say something like, "Yo, he answered the door with the gun in his hand. I never seen him act like that." Katie doesn't know better not to say that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Let's see. What should we do? What do you suggest we should do? Let me give you some options. We can watch the verdict. We can watch something else, maybe Robert's testimony, maybe the closing argument, whatever you want, or you feel.
Let's talk. I want to see Robert's testimony.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I feel so bad for him and his bad haircut, but
you're right. Why? I
mean, well, at least he has hair. I mean,
right. Yeah. At a certain age, some men have to do this, so their hair, if they don't want to remove all of it.
Oh, because they're going bald?
Yeah. These men who, put this.
Comb over.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it's, hold on, let me zoom in. I think he has hair in the center. Maybe that's just his style. His suit doesn't fit. Yeah, he's one of those doctors that doesn't have to dress up. He just does his job. He doesn't have to look like he has money, because he looks like he has money. Like, you look at him, you're like, oh, he's rich. He doesn't have to put on that.
You can tell he's very intellectual. Like, you can tell he's a doctor, a lawyer, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just let me say something that I think good people eventually in life realize that life is all about love, connection, and looks, or showing wealth is just one layer of life that's not really important.
Yeah, some people don't get that. Don't understand that, though.
No.
Like if you I mean, I've seen some people I know that that get money suddenly, and depending on what they do, or I mean, they don't know how to act, even if it's like they got a good job. Like, say they have like a really prestigious job and they came from nothing, they like to show it. Like, this is one dude I know. I don't really know him like that, but like,
Yeah,
works
there's a
for.
term for this.
He just showed he wears all this designer stuff and it doesn't even look good. But he
Right.
does it because he's trying to show like, hey, I have money, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel sorry for people like that, not in a bad way. I really feel like I just want to tell them, like, no, you're enough, like, you're worth it, you're enough, you know, but gosh,
They
yeah,
they feel like they have to show it,
yeah,
you know.
right. Yeah, there's a nouveau riche, that's what they call them, like
Yeah,
new money, new, you know.
you
Anyway,
know what? You know, in Swedish, you know the word for old money?
what is it?
Grisch. It's Grisch.
Oh, that's why you're Grisch?
Nah, I found that out afterwards, but Grisch is my first and the initial of my last name. It's Chris G. So it's just the letters mixed around.
Yeah, I was thinking about it today. I said in my head, if I remove the C and H over here, it becomes Chris. But there's a G.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Now it makes sense. Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's watch it. And tell me if you can hear the...
Mr. Adelson remains standing. Everyone else can be seated. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
I swear.
You may take your seat. Please speak loudly and clearly. You can adjust the microphone as need be. Ms. Dugan, you may examine.
Thank you. Could you tell us your name and spell your name for our court reporter, please?
Sure. Robert Todd Adelson, Adelson.
Thank you. And what state do you currently live in?
New York.
And how long have you lived in New York?
13 years.
Okay, so since maybe 2012?
Yes.
All right. What do you do for a living in New York?
I'm an ENT.
Okay, so ear, nose, and throat doctor?
Yes.
And how long have you worked as an ENT?
For 20 years.
How do you know the defendant in this case, Donna Adelson?
She's my mother.
And Harvey Adelson's your dad?
Yes.
Wendi and Charlie Adelson are your siblings?
Yes.
Okay. And where did you grow up?
In Coral Springs, Florida.
Is that a bit north of Miami?
Yep.
About how long of a drive?
About an hour north of Miami.
Okay. When y'all were growing up, did you all, the five of you, live in the same house as a family?
Yes.
And who's the oldest child?
I am.
Okay. Who's the middle child?
Charlie.
How many years between you and Charlie?
3 years between Charlie and I.
And then who's the youngest then is Wendi?
Yes.
And how many years between Charlie and Wendi?
3 years.
Okay.
Hey, California homeowner, did you know that PG&E is now the most expensive electricity provider in the state and one of the most expensive?
Noah, you don't have
you
YouTube
were
Premium.
18, did you move out?
I'm sorry, I don't have
No. Right now,
What?
hold on. He's not here. Stop. No, we have to rectify this right now. Give me a second. I'm adding you to my family plan. No, we don't do that.
No, don't. It's not important for me.
Yes, it is, because we don't watch commercials.
No, you just skip ad. You can wait 5 seconds. It's okay. We're not in a hurry.
No. What's your email address?
No, you really don't have to do it.
No, I'm
Come
not
on.
playing. I'm not playing. We're not doing this. I'm not. No, friends don't let friends.
It's okay.
watch
It's,
commercials.
it's really
No.
not. It's really not. It's really not that important. It's really
It
not.
is. Trust me. It is on the live stream. I'll tell you that much. Because some people they intermittently get commercials on their side while they're watching this. Nah.
Wait.
No, we
Okay, I'm gonna send you something. The
Send-
email, I mean,
send me your email address on because
on the private chat over here. Okay,
on the
there's a
Okay.
studio chat somewhere. Can you see it?
it's not like okay.
Wait, if you cannot see it, I can send you
Okay,
it.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. Give me a second. I'm gonna add you. You can play it. I'm gonna get
Okay.
you right real quick.
Okay. Just waiting to see Wendy's arrest. Yes, all of us, not only you.
Out of the Coral Springs house.
Yes, when I went to college.
Okay. And did you go to college at University of Florida?
I went to Tulane.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Did you live in Gainesville at some point?
I did, yes.
Okay, thank you. So after you went to college at Tulane and then went on to med school, went on to residency, throughout those years, did you continue to talk to your parents and your siblings on a regular basis?
Yes,
And would you see them a couple of times a year?
yes,
When you were in school, would you go home for the summer?
yes.
Based on your personal observations throughout your life of your parents and of your siblings, who is the leader in the family? Who tends to run the show?
I think my mom.
Okay, so Donna Adelson.
Yes,
Would you describe Donna Adelson's personality as being more controlling or more laid back?
I think more on the controlling side.
What about, is she kind of a more assertive person or a more passive person?
More assertive.
What about your dad, Harvey Adelson? What's his personality like?
I think he's more passive, more go with the flow.
Okay. So they're kind of opposites in that way a bit?
Yeah.
When you and your siblings were growing up, was Donna Adelson a very involved parent?
Yes.
And when I say involved, as far as with your life and with your friends and with school and with that type of thing?
Absolutely.
Did she have certain fixed ideas throughout your life of certain things she wanted to happen in you and your siblings' life?
Yes, absolutely.
Was it acceptable if you decided to not do those certain things that she was fixated she wanted you to do? Was that acceptable to her or no?
No, I think she had certain sort of rigid, fixed ideas or impressions for what she wanted for us. And, if you went along with that, things were fine. If you didn't, things were not fine.
Did she have strong opinions about who you all married and what you all did for a living and those types of things?
Yes.
And you're obviously a doctor. Was that an acceptable profession to her?
Yeah, that was okay.
Okay. And was that one of the reasons you became a doctor?
Yes.
How involved was Donna in yours, Charlie, and Wendi Adelson's life after you grew up, became adults, and had kids of your own?
I think still involved.
Was she more involved with your life, Charlie's life, or Wendy's life, would you say?
Probably more involved with Wendi and probably to a lesser degree with Charlie.
Okay. And then would you be the kind of
Stop,
the
pause it
least,
for a second.
least involved with your life out of the three?
Yeah, probably.
Pause it for a second. Yo, what do you think? When do you think that he realized that she was controlling?
When do you mean?
Yeah, like growing up, like she's talking about her mother, her parenting style or her personality. When do you think he realized that? Like in comparison to other people I know, my mom is the, crazy controlling.
Really?
No, I'm asking, like, when do you think, like, you, like,
I
I know,
Yeah.
like, growing up, I knew, like, there were certain things that were different that were not right, and so, being that he's lived with his siblings his whole life, he didn't have a broken home. It was like, when did he I wonder, like, when he realized that, like, hold up, my other friends' moms don't do that. They don't act like this. Was he an adult or was he still a kid? Because he's got his siblings there, they're younger. He has to realize, like, yo, there's a problem here.
Absolutely, yeah. I think teenage years is when I would say normal people start having second questions about their parents. I mean, I think this is a normal phase in teenage years. It happens normal, but when there's a dysfunctionality this way, when she's controlling that much, I think, I don't know, maybe even before, but I know someone whose mom is very much like Donna. I don't think she would go as far as Donna to kill or whatever, but she shares so much same as Donna. And also the funny thing is that she also has 3 kids, 2 boys and 1 girl, and it's like the same copy paste. You know, the narcissistic family, how it goes, like the black sheep and then the golden child and then it's the same thing almost, you know. And
Right, but the other 2 children clearly have some kind of cluster B personality disorders, in my opinion.
absolutely. My gosh, I mean, you can never know what exactly did what. I think it's a mix of things, but you can see the difference between Robert, for example, and Wendi.
Yeah.
For simple questions. Was your mom controlling? Yes. It's the truth. Why?
Yeah.
No, depends on the definition of controlling. I don't know what, like she never answers the question about her mom directly.
Yeah, I mean I think that's part of her situation in this case, but I also think that's how she is. She's not gonna let other people criticize by answering that question. Honestly, it's being critical of Donna, and that can't happen, you know?
Yeah, and I don't think it's because she wants to protect her mom. I think it's because that's just the way she is. She wouldn't talk shit about her mom.
Did you accept the invite for the YouTube? You have to go in your email and accept the invite.
Oh, okay.
Because we're not I don't care if it's 5 seconds. No.
You see what Carolina has said. Let's read what it's important what she said.
Actually, toddlers are very aware of their controlling parent. 3 to 4 years old is when children start absorbing the people around them and are aware of the differences.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I'd say like my mom is like not like Donna. She's kind of like, she's more like a Wendi in a sense. Like she's the way that she's very she can deflect, and she plays with the language and makes you feel like you're stupid. Like, hold on, I know I just said this, and then you feel like wait, like, or she may say something to you and you don't realize that what she said is like really bad, like until after the fact. So like for me personally, I wasn't 3 or 4 years old because I didn't really live with my mom till I was almost 9 years old. So, but I realized like very, very quickly, like, hold up, there's, but even still, I think for a long time, I didn't realize how bad it was, you know? I knew there's something not right, but I just didn't know how bad it was with her, you know?
So did you live with your grandma? No,
early on, I lived with like my grandma and my dad too. My parents, like when I was born, they're neighbors, they're next door neighbors. So we go back and forth. There was no like custody type thing. So like, but when I was about like going right before I turned 9, my mom like got engaged to a dude, and it's like, all right, we're moving to Maryland, you know. And it was like, oh, okay. And then so when I started living with her and this dude, it was just hell, immediate hell. I was like, oh, this is not right. This is crazy. You know, this is really bad. So
And probably before that, as a child not living with his mom, did you glamorize her?
no, I actually told her to her face, like, you're not my mom. Like I had to like really be convinced, like, yo, because I only saw her like maybe once, twice a year. Like, you're not my mom. And then she's like, well, who's your mom? And I'm like, the Chinese lady. For some reason, I thought my real mom was like Chinese till I was like maybe 6 or so. I don't know.
So she wasn't a real person, a Chinese person that was taking care of you. It was just in your head.
It was. I looked Chinese when I was born. I was white. I was white, and I had all straight black hair when I was born. Yeah, it took a while for the color to set in, like a long time. And so I was like, yo, my real mom's a Chinese lady.
Yeah,
I don't know, but yeah, like she used to come around every once in a while. Like I can't recall a birthday with my mom being there. Yeah, till I turned 9.
Wow.
So like, yeah, like she didn't really want to be a mom. So it's like she just like put me off on other people. But yeah, but when I started living with her, it was like, ugh. Definitely, it was bad. But yeah, like with someone like Robert, like I wonder, like in a consistent family dynamic, like when did he realize, like, yeah, this is kind of bad, and my siblings are also turning crazy in their own way.
Yeah, I think definitely I mean, but also you have to think that okay, I accepted, but so what do I do now?
Is that it's your sign in for, that's your email that's sign in for YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then all you gotta do is accept it and you're good. All right, yeah. I'm a new family group member.
Okay.
No more commercials.
Oh my gosh, this is big. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're so kind.
No, we don't do that. We don't do commercials.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna remove myself later. I'm not. I know I have to think about it. It was on the spot, but thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see how can I. Yeah.
Does it say premium at the top?
Let's see. Wait.
Of YouTube. Just refresh it.
Adult. You're on.
I think still involved.
Was she more involved with your life, Charlie's life, or Wendy's life, would you say?
You're probably more involved with Wendi and probably to a lesser degree with Charlie.
Okay. And then would you be she's the least involved with your life out of the 3?
Yeah, probably because I was older, but sure, I agree.
Okay. So you're the oldest child. You're out of the house before the other 2?
Yep.
Okay. And then you also lived other places after you went to college throughout the rest of your life?
Yes.
Now, was this like a healthy level of involvement that she had with the 3 of your yours lives, or was it more of like a micromanaging as you saw it?
I think it was certainly between over-involved and controlling. It probably lended itself more toward controlling, but there's in various realms, more or less. But I think certainly that was the tension.
Okay, so a little more on the controlling side.
Yes.
And does that include your personal lives as far as your relationships and in your professions, your jobs?
Yes.
Was it Charlie who always needed more attention than the other two children?
I think so, yes.
When did Wendy's life start becoming one that she needed to pay or give more attention to?
I think when she had some troubles in her marriage, I wasn't aware there were any troubles in her marriage until Wendi left. But I think around that time when she had two young children, I think that was when she became more involved. And I was, at that point living, a pretty good distance away.
Okay. Were you living in Philadelphia at the time?
Yeah, but first in Philly and then in New York where we live now.
Okay. And so Charlie always got a lot of attention, and then Donna also started giving her attention also to Wendy's life once Wendi starts going through the separation or divorce.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. From your interactions with Donna Adelson through your whole life growing up and even as an adult, would you describe her as someone who's mentally sharp, thinking about things from all angles, or is she someone who's a little more gullible? Yes, sir.
But what about the question from Brooklyn?
Objection is
Yeah,
sustained.
let's talk about it. That's what I wanted to say. Let's see.
Okay.
If I was an attorney in the courtroom, I would object to all these questions based on relevance. What do you think about that?
What do I think?
Mm,
I don't know if it would stand.
mm,
I don't know. I like it is relevant because
yeah, I agree. It is relevant.
her involvement in Wendy's marriage and divorce. You have to ask him. That's why. I mean, that is why he's up there.
Mm. Yeah, they're trying to show her character, her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in this particular case, the motive is emotional. So you need to explain the relationships before explaining the motives so you can understand,
Right.
that the jury can understand.
Right. It's the foundation.
Mm,
It's the foundation of the motive.
mm,
You have to show what kind of character this person. I mean, shit. Donna had her little geriatric friends up there. They're her little old friends telling people how good of a person she is or whatever. They didn't have anything to do with the case. It has to be relevant.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It has to be. Tell us more, Brooklyn. Why do you think? Why are you saying that? Okay, should I continue?
Yeah.
Do you want? Okay.
You may continue with your examination.
Were Charlie and Donna Adelson dependent on each other or pretty independent from each other?
I would say Charlie was probably somewhat dependent on my mom to help him out with, organizing stuff, his dental practice. I think he probably relied on her a lot.
Okay. You mentioned the dental practice. When you were growing up, who owned the dental practice?
My dad.
Okay. And throughout your life, was Donna Adelson in charge of the money at Adelson Institute?
I always, I wouldn't know the inside workings of it, but I always remember my mom signing the checks and writing the checkbook at the table, when I was back in middle school or high school. So.
Okay. So even back then, she would do some bookkeeping or payroll type things at home.
That's my memory of it.
Okay. And then did the dental practice, you said it obviously started out at Harvey's. Do you remember a time when Charlie Adelson took over?
I remember my dad making a joke about him having a very understanding boss because Charlie was now his boss. So.
Do not testify to what others have stated out of court. You may testify as to your knowledge, but not what someone else specifically said. The objection is sustained. You may continue.
I understand you were telling us how you remember that, but can you just tell us around what year do you remember that happening?
Around 2012, Charlie purchased the practice.
Okay. And then was there a time that you remember Charlie somehow selling it back to Harvey. Harvey Adelson is then becoming the head of the practice again.
I will permit you to answer the question if you have knowledge of this matter.
My memory of that was sometime in like fall to winter of 2015 to 16, somewhere right around there. That's my memory.
Okay, so fall to winter of 2015.
Turning into
Turning into
2016.
2016.
That's my memory.
Okay. Now, you mentioned Donna Adelson doing payroll at Adelson Institute throughout your life. If someone were to ask Donna Adelson, or if someone asked Donna Adelson to do something, is she the type of person that just snaps to it, or does she have some questions first?
Overall, this is not going to motion. You may answer the question.
No, I don't think she would just snap to and do what someone told her to.
Okay. Is she the type of person who's going to have some questions if you ask her to do
Yes,
something?
I think she would definitely have some questions.
Okay. How did Donna Adelson feel about Dan Markel when he and Wendi first got together and were headed towards marriage?
He was very positive about him.
Okay, so he was somebody she approved of.
Yes.
All right, and how did that change as Wendi and Danny's relationship soured? They ended up moving towards divorce.
So I really only heard anything bad about Danny after Wendi moved out. I didn't hear anything bad about him prior to that date.
Okay, so just kind of went from everything's fine to then hearing bad things about him.
Yes.
And when you say hearing bad things about him, like from her? From Donna Adelson, I'm
yes.
sorry? Okay. And
All right,
how
hold on
did
for a
Donna Adelson feel about Dan Markel in 2014?
I mean, she hated him.
Hold on.
And
All right. So, like Brooklyn says, it's not a secret that him and his mother didn't get along. That doesn't mean that she committed a crime. Like, if you're a defendant in a case like this, they have to, when it comes to really proving a case, the state has to not just show the evidence, but also show why the evidence is evidence. They have to give evidence for the evidence. Okay. So like if you're if they're trying to prove Donna is not only paid for this, like, yeah, there's evidence that she went to Charlie's house and gave him the money, but they have to show all the steps, the cause and effect on a micro level, not just the evidence that immediately preceded the shooting. I'm talking about they have to show the steps. Like, they're not just showing it like
Yeah, it's not 1 + 1 = 2. She didn't just throw him with something and killed him. So it's not that they want to show something physical even. It's like,
right. It's not that she wasn't there. So like they can't just prove a case by going ZYXWVUT, you know what I mean? They have to go show the ABC part and the ZYXWVUT SRQP part. You see what I mean? So like if you have, like, they show how he grew up, how their family dynamic is, and then so she was controlling, and these are the things that make a jury look at this person and say they would do something like this.
right, absolutely.
They would initiate this. They would take it to that next level. They're not going to take orders from someone else. They're going to have questions. And not only that, they're going to demand answers from all y'all. You see what I mean? So that's why they have to do this. And it's not really an opinion, this is experience. And
Right.
it's not a secret that him and his mom didn't get along, but they have to prove that not getting along is not going to convict someone of first degree murder. It's not going to work that way.
Right. It's, yeah.
You know, they have to show like all the things that make her who she is and why she would make a decision like that.
Yeah. And who better to say it other than Robert someone
Right.
that's lived the experience. It's not an opinion. An opinion is like a judgment or stating you. It's not an opinion. It's lived in experience.
Right. This is like the best witness here because I mean, Harvey didn't testify,
Yeah.
but we have to look at this from the jury's perspective. Wendi testifies, she deflects, she does all kinds of weird stuff. We know Charlie's already locked up. So why not have her other child up there so you can see what type of person she is? And it's like the perfect witness because you know he's telling the truth. And they didn't even go into how he got married, how he wanted to marry the woman he's married to now. He had to she wanted him to marry a Jewish woman. He married a Jewish woman and they got divorced like 10 minutes later. I mean, not literally.
What a story. Can you imagine?
Yeah, yes.
I think up to this point, he was still trying to please his parents as much as he can. But then he snapped and just, I mean, my gosh.
I mean, he got geographically away from them by going to a college out of state. He knew he needed that distance. He stayed on code as far as like having an acceptable profession or going to school for a profession that they would respect.
Hey, Chris, what would you say to that? So many people hate Donna and Charlie because of their religion. Sad.
Say that again? Who said that?
Trent is saying so many people hate Donna and Charlie because of their religion. No, it's because they committed a murder.
Right. It has nothing to do with their religion.
I don't care about the religion, honestly.
And if you want to stay on that topic, they're the ones that killed someone over the way that they practice the religion that they have.
Right. That's how they think.
Right.
Us, I just wanted them to get a fair trial and don't care what religion they are. Oh, we care. Okay. Brooklyn says they are not Jewish at all. I'm Jewish and the Markels are more Jewish. Yeah, but that doesn't really matter. It's not, I think the only thing that matters about religion in this whole case is is Wendy's attempt to disregard Dan's religious preferences for the kids, maybe.
No,
Right.
it's about control. It's about
Exactly.
control. I think the Adelsons wanted Wendi to marry a Jewish man for the culture aspect, but he was too Jewish for them. And if you're an observant Jew, you like versus a reform or a secular Jew, like I mean, the control and the rules part are the things that the Adelsons they're not gonna go along with, and they wouldn't go along with anything that involved Dan's choices because Donna is the controlling one. You can't adhere to the rules of your religion. You adhere to the rules of Donna. That's the whole point of this. You see what I mean?
Right.
It's
I
about
absolutely
control.
agree. Okay, I really don't want to waste time reading these.
The anti-Semitism is disturbing,
Yeah, but I mean,
but it's if anything, it's Donna doing that stuff.
exactly.
You would dress your kids up in the little mustache uniform. Come on, yo. Donna's on that thing.
Donna is if anything. Okay, she dressed up the boys in. Yeah, she
All that.
yeah. If anything, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. I think comments like this are just like robots. Yeah. What? Say it. Were you talking to me?
this is another biased channel that doesn't want to be fair or seek the truth. All right, Trent.
Okay.
Trent trolling, because that's definitely
Exactly, yeah. Trent.
I mean, I've never seen you comment on my videos or Noah's videos before, and if you watched our videos, we're we pay attention to what's fair.
That's okay if
To
that's
seek
their
the truth,
opinion.
like, come on now. Like, you probably haven't watched any of my videos if you're talking like that, man.
Okay. There was a lot of evidence against Charlie and Donna, especially words out of their mouth. You see, Trent, I think this is Donna's exact problem, is people like stupidity. You know what's stupidity? Stupidity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. And this is what Donna and all of her family has been doing since the hit has happened.
Yeah.
Hiding the truth and trying to twist the truth won't get you acquitted. Just accept it.
And jurors know if you're lying.
Yeah. Come on. People are not dumb. People are smart.
You know,
Especially now.
Yeah, all the information that's available now.
Yeah.
Like, there's flimsy circumstance. Like, look. All right, Trent, let me ask you this. Have you ever been a defendant in a criminal case before? Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not.
Because if you knew this case and really read the paperwork and really knew what was going on, you know these people are not criminally intelligent. No, you haven't. I have a few times. I can look at a case and know, oh, you going to jail. These people are not criminally intelligent. They didn't start out doing small stuff and work their way up. No, they went straight to the top. Right. And they're dumb. And just because Wendi has a law degree doesn't mean she knows how to break laws effectively. She just hasn't been arrested yet. But the most evidence, I can guarantee you, when her time comes, they're gonna have a whole lot of evidence on her. It's gonna be salacious.
Here you go, Chris.
Oh, Trent, come on, Trent, you are trolling. Trent, you're not, man. Why am I wasting my breath on you? They were not extorted.
Okay.
Come on, yo.
Their own.
Where did you come from, man? When he's ever gonna be tried? You want to put some money on that?
Wendi is never gonna. The state is never going to arrest me. Let's see. Okay, you know what? Trent just wants some attention, and I think we should stop giving it to him.
I agree.
You know what? I appreciate that they are respectful, at least. They didn't say bad words, or they're just stating their opinion, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, Trent.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to continue?
Let's who else was good? Who else was good on the stand?
Who else was good on the stand? Let's see. Can we watch the verdict?
Yeah. Let's watch that.
Okay.
I heard that they muted her, like right when she went, oh. That.
You know what? I was outside. I was not in the house when the verdict came out, and it was, and my heart just went outside of my body when they said guilty, and then she said, "Oh my God!" She said that like, "Oh my God."
No, she is not getting an Oscar for that. Like, that was horrible acting. She knew it was coming.
Okay, let me say something. Okay. I see this thought that, oh, she was just acting. And I think that's not true. You know why? Because in order for you to act, it means that you know that this is not, and I'm pretending. But in her, who's this person? I really want to know who are these people
I
sitting
don't
next
know.
to. But this person is really okay. Let's see.
She looks like she's in a disguise. The lady in the blue sweater.
Right? I don't know. Maybe they dress like this, but she looks like a guy that's. But maybe I mean some guys like to. I don't know. Anyway,
Miss Doubtfire. Like she looks like she's in disguise. Like
right,
I don't-
right. It doesn't look natural. It looks like someone in disguise. It doesn't look like they wear like this usually. You know.
like
Harvey
there's
doesn't.
it's like that dude's probably like that person's like probably 6 feet tall, and it's like robs a bank with a little note like give me all the money. It's someone with good Hollywood makeup. The people that sit with the Adelson, I definitely like look like really observe them. Like, what's wrong with these people? Why are you sitting there? And why is there a whole bottle of lotion right in front of them?
You know, when her friend was testifying, and they were saying that they did what did they call it, like gourmet dining, fine dining, or whatever. Look at the life that they had. My gosh,
They were living good. They were living good, and that's they thought they were just not gonna get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina says it reminds me of Medea. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like it's just like it looks like a Hollywood. I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but they look amused. But
Brooklyn
anyway,
says Patty, the YouTube lawyer, was sitting behind Harvey at trial. I saw Patty with her haircut.
right.
You know
so
Patty's Playhouse. You've seen her before, haven't you?
I have, yeah, I have her on YouTube and stuff.
She was there. Did you see the woman with the glasses like this?
No, where?
You didn't see the woman that was at a couple days at trial? She had these glasses. She was just like,
I didn't. No, oh my gosh.
you didn't see her.
Where was she sitting?
She was sitting right in the center, like behind Georgia. She had she had like these glasses that were like double the size of these.
You're not talking about. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna.
If the jury foreperson could please rise. Has the jury reached a unanimous verdict? Yeah. If you please can hand the verdict form to the bailiff. Having reviewed the verdict form, it is in its proper order. At this time, I will publish the verdict. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 1 of the indictment, first-degree murder. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder. Mrs. Adelson, control yourself.
You see Donna, why does Donna have a niñera? Why does a babysitter? Like
This
that girl
one-
is there as a babysitter.
Right. Yeah, it seems
Yeah,
like a baby.
So it's an emotional support something person.
Right. Absolutely.
That girl probably. It's like, man, I was on all the YouTube channels, and I look like a babysitter. But her nails look good though. I don't know if you saw them at the verdict, but
I did see them.
my girl was like, "Oh, her nails look good though. She's miserable, but her nails do look good."
Yeah, I mean I think they look good. I don't know how they function with these nails that's that pointy.
Um,
But some people are used to it. Some people are
Yeah.
used to it. I think. My gosh, but it's
Mrs. Adelson, control yourself. His voice resonated when he said that. He meant that.
what a judge. My gosh, I
He's a good
love
judge.
this
He's good. He's not
He's
playing any
very-
games.
He's born to do this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
He's young too. I think he got that job at like third. Like he got put in. I think he was already a judge in another part of that circuit, but he is still in his 30s. In 2019, he looks a little older.
He's in his
But-
30s?
Not now. I think he might be
Wow.
44, 45 years old.
Yeah.
He looks
Right.
older. I guess maybe the part makes him look older, but because I saw some other pictures when he first got appointed and he wasn't in the robe. I was like, oh, this boy young.
Yeah. Maybe yeah, the robe and stuff makes him,
Yeah,
oh,
Like,
he's 43.
it's almost like he's 43. Yeah, he's a young dude.
Ah,
Yeah.
he looks older than 43. But I guess
wonder
if you only look at his
glasses.
face, it's very baby face.
Yeah,
But just his voice and I think his attitude and the robe and everything, and he's a big guy also.
I think he took speaking classes or something. Not like he couldn't speak well, but he has that authoritative kind of inflection that's like you just listen to it.
Right.
You listen to what he says, and he's only saying it once. That type. Like you can take speaking classes for all kinds of stuff. But
Right. Okay, but he has a deep voice and very
commanding, yeah.
I like it. Oh my gosh.
Count two. We, the jury, find as follows as the count two of the indictment.
What did she expect? What
She
did she
knew,
expect?
she knew it was happening. She knew it was going down.
I mean, we thought that Trash Bomb was not a good lawyer, and then we get this lawyer. My gosh. If
Their
they
lawyers
put
are
me as
not
their lawyer, and I've never practiced in here in the US, but I assure you, if they put me as her lawyer, I would do a better job than this lawyer that she had.
Yeah, their lawyers are not. Well, I didn't really look at the type of cases that Donna's lawyers took. Donna's current lawyers, but all the other ones, they don't have any murder cases in their experience. They're all like white collar conspiracy Fed cases. Like, what are you doing, Like, that tells me y'all are more interested in protecting your money than protecting your freedom. Or y'all doing something. Oh, she looks miserable right there. Oh, someone said play Shadrick Nobles. I like him. He wasn't on Donna's trial, was he? I don't think he was on Donna's trial.
Who?
Shadrick Nobles, the dude that's like, believe it. He was a star. He had the gold teeth. Come on. Black dude, dark skin with gold teeth. Come on, you gotta know Shadrick.
Maybe I know, but I don't know the exact name. Okay, Nobles was so. Maybe it's just too late for my head or my brain to function very well now.
You don't remember the black dude with gold teeth during Katie and Sigfredo's trial?
Ooh, spell his name for me.
SHODD.
It's SHOEDD.
No, Shoddrick.
Shodrick.
Yeah, Nobles. Nobles.
Shodrick Nobles. Oh, I remember him. I remember him. I remember him. Yeah. He was not this time? He was not this time.
I don't think he wasn't on this one. He wasn't on this in this trial, I don't think. Was he in
No.
it? I don't think he.
I didn't see him anywhere.
I'll be right back. I gotta get some
Okay.
water. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Should we finish early now and then maybe, or should we do something before we, do you wanna?
What were those things that those one video, those other clips that you told me you wanted to watch? The links you showed me on.
These were not clips. These were, let me see. These were Reddit posts.
Oh, yeah. Those two.
Okay, let's see. Do you wanna read something?
Yeah, on the Reddit. Yeah, the different Reddit ones were interesting.
Okay.
Those
Let's
are
see.
good.
Did you want to, check the titles out, the one I sent to you. Choose one and tell me which one.
Okay.
What interests you the most?
Okay. 1 second. The Jeff Lacass one looks interesting.
Okay, yeah, I want to watch it too. I want to see it too, not watch it. Okay. That's it here. Okay.
Yo, give me 2 seconds. I gotta unlock my door real quick. Give me 1 second.
Go. Okay. That's funny. Okay.
No, you gotta.
What?
Trent gotta go. I'm sorry, Trent, but you're out of pocket, and nah, bro.
Just Trent is, I don't know.
You gotta either mute Trent or yeah, get that man out of here, or whoever he is.
I'm gonna, yeah, wait. I'm gonna remove him now or something, but not remove him. Actually, he's not. You know what, Trent? I think you should do your own YouTube videos.
Yeah,
about
make
that.
some videos.
Why invite you on the? You do your own video.
Do your own
Type
thing.
Type
your
it
own
in
thing.
big capital. Donna Adelson is not guilty.
Yeah, Trent, you gotta yeah, bro.
Okay, great. Then I think you should write them down, all of the viewpoints. Write your reply to these viewpoints and do a video. We'll support
Do
you.
a video. Do a reaction video to this.
Right. Yes.
And if you're actually if you're making sense, if you are and you're gonna be on camera, you're not gonna be all audio because I want to see your face as you get flamed on live.
You
I'll do a
aren't
reaction video
persuasive
for both of
enough.
you.
Oh no. Okay. I don't have to be persuasive enough.
Oh, you got the ADHD letters where it's all dark in the beginning of the words.
Yes.
Yeah. See,
What's it called? Botanic, but I forgot. I forgot what's it called. But it helps me a lot. Everything is like that in my computer. Anyway, so this post is my opinion has changed on Jeff Lacass. I'm watching Jeff Lacass's interview on July 21st, 2014, and I have to say he's not as great as I assumed he was. He couldn't say enough bad things about Dan. He thought Wendi hung the moon, but then would talk about how awful she was. He thinks she is so beautiful and every guy would want her. Maybe it's my dislike of her that makes me think different. This guy is just weird. He seems really full of himself. He still wanted to get back with Wendi. Why? Hang on. He just walked in and it's the 23rd of July and said he's no longer under his spell. False alarm. He thought of two weird guys in love with Wendi. Wait, he's back to bad-mouthing Wendi. Oh, he has her number now, calling her a pathological liar. Whoa. She had him under a spell. Behind the curtain, she's a train wreck. She has sociopathic tendencies. Very interesting. Go watch them if you get a chance. P.S. He now thinks Dan wasn't that bad and Wendi was blowing smoke. Edit 1. I wrote this after viewing his first interview on the 21st. The fact that he came back 2 days later with his eyes opened is somewhat fascinating to me. I'm continuing to watch and I'm now on the third interview of March 6, 2015. I don't think he's a bad guy, but Wendi really had him hoodwinked.
I really like the self-awareness of that post. Like his opinions of Jeff started one way and then it kind of and then it changed. And I think that's like, is it parallel? But it's pretty much how like Jeff's opinion of Wendi like changed. Like once he was out the Matrix, and so it's easy to like look at someone years later when we've seen all these trials, all these different events, and all these different people on YouTube and Reddit and everywhere else with their own opinions talking about this, and then come up with something. But like he was there in real time, and he has to make, and he's an academic type of person, a research type of person, a very analytical person, a person who's has a doctorate in like psychiatry. Like this man's he's not about making split decisions. He really thinks these things out and does his research. That's his whole profession. And so like it was tough to watch those and really be like, oh man, she really got him good.
Yeah, Jeff Lacass was in the midst of the most toxic relationship in his life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really easy to judge someone when you're looking from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a mess. Of course he was going to be a mess. He's trying to understand what's going on. As he's trying to understand what's going on, he's trying to deal with the police, he wants to say everything to the police. And he even did, I don't know where I heard it, but like a banner, a big, for every detail that happened with Wendi, Charlie, and whatever. I think it's valid for him to be all over the place.
Yeah, because that's the way like narcissistic people, if you're in a toxic relationship, they can easily have you like that if you get caught up in their BS. Like the things that I don't Jeff Lacass doesn't strike me as someone that never dated like a pretty girl before, or like he's intelligent, he's got things going on. The man can get get women, and it's like I think that shows how like it's like he was mad at himself for getting fooled like that.
Right.
Yeah,
he thinks like, I'm so smart to be fooled like that. It's
right.
And he is very smart, but it doesn't work that way. It's not about being smart or not. It's, as you said, actually, I feel the same way. I think he was infatuated with Wendi.
I think he was infatuated with the idea of Wendi.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, and also like the comments actually say the same thing that we're saying. I personally think Jeff Lacass is extremely credible, and his self-reflective honesty about his feelings for Wendi is part of that credibility. I agree. Just FYI, he isn't a lawyer. He's a social worker. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of them say the same things. Let's see.
You know who I really like is Tamara Demko.
Who?
Demko. She was the one that long brown hair. She was that interviewed with Isom at the same time.
Friend?
Like
a friend?
Yeah, she was like Dan and Wendy's friend. That woman is smart. Like both Jeff and Tamara Demko, highly intelligent people. Tamara Demko in the beginning of her interview said something that was like, I can't even remember what she said, but she said something. It was like one sentence, like in the beginning, that I was like, oh man, this is gonna be interesting. There was something like insightful that she said that just let me know, like, this person's going to provide a lot of good information.
Yeah. Maybe we should watch her sometime.
Yeah. No, you go, like, I would watch her now. I watch her interviews, and her interview, and it's like, geez, like she was just stuck between being friends with Wendi and Dan, and she went to Harvard too. Noah, how's it feel? You know when you're doing something when you get trolls, right?
Yeah, of course.
Trent came back with a whole nother account. It's like, I'm gonna prepare, guys.
I saw it. I was laughing inside my head.
Not doing anything.
Now he's setting the ring light and the notes and all the,
Let me go prepare. Boy, you should have been doing this.
I really want to watch him. If he's for real going live, I really want to watch him.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'll tune in. I won't. You better be interesting.
Wait, let me get the Demko. Demko, how do you write Demko?
DEMKO.
DEMKO.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it was the first one that came up there.
Yeah. I saw it. I just was seeing it. Yes. Oh, look at that.
Hi.
No ads.
No, not
Everyone.
It's not that one, right? It's like
No,
this one. I think it's a commentary on the real one. Let's see. Interview, police, Dan Markel's friend interview, complete police interview, friends, Alex and Mia Greenberg. No,
not them.
I
I didn't like them. They seemed like kind of like gossipy in a sense.
I didn't watch that.
It wasn't like they were like talking over each other and stuff. Like, I don't know. It just didn't seem like I mean, like Demko and Lacass set the bar too high on terms of insightfulness.
Oh, that's Leo. Okay. Wait, let me see if this is.
That's that's the one where he talks. He talks about that one. That's not an actual interview. It's,
okay.
Nah, it's just put Tamara Demko in and see what comes up. It's probably on Deep Dive True Crime channel. And she said something like, what did she say? She was talking about how she was one of her friends, they were going to go over to, I think, Wendi's house, something, and they were scared that it was, maybe a dangerous environment. And Tamara was like, "Hey, I have a little Kel-Tec 9mm." I'm like, all right.
This girl?
Yeah, well, it's Florida. I mean, everybody got guns in Florida.
Oh, really?
Yo, yeah, Florida's the place where you can just walk around with. You don't need a concealed. See, you're over on the West Coast where they have all kinds of. They don't even. Nah, yeah, they have different laws over where you're at, but in Florida, is wild with guns. You can have you don't need a permit to carry a gun in Florida. You can just have it.
Really?
Yes. That's between Florida. I think Arizona is one of those. Arizona, you can have a gun on you and you don't as long as it's showing. And you can, I think in Arizona, you can even be a felon and carry a gun in Arizona. I think. I've been told that.
Gosh, it's I don't know, it's a scary place to be somewhere where guns are okay, because I mean mental health problems and sick people are everywhere, and you're just saying, I don't know, it's a whole new conversation. Let's not talk about this.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. And people get, their feelings.
People are very like it's a very controversial subject, and people get But this is just my opinion. I don't want to live somewhere where, not live somewhere. It's scary, very scary. The idea of guns like anybody can have a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Scary. Let's see if
Yeah,
this is the interview.
And
Yeah, yeah,
he needs
that-
that kind of rock.
This is it.
Was a mess
Yeah, this is it.
with what Wendi put him through. And I'll tell you that Maya, on some level, suspects that Wendy's family might be involved. Alex is really trying not to think that
Yes.
way.
I'm sorry. Can you close it? Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, same.
Can you turn it up a little bit?
Can you what?
Can you turn it up a little bit?
Turn it up? Okay.
Mm-hmm. No.
Let me pull up Dan's messages. Let me see if there's the list of attorneys. That's what I wanted to go through.
It's very low, like from the video itself.
Yeah.
Her voice is very low.
He says, I hope you're not using Wendy's lawyer. So who does she have? Currently Kristen Adamson. Sorry, Kristen Adamson. I'll just let you see it.
This was her attorney. That's what she's talking about. Before was Shannon Novi.
This is Danny writing to me.
Okay.
Because I was in the process of trying to find an attorney, which I didn't end up using with my ex.
Okay.
Are there any parts like
But the way that this one
that
was,
have like
every
the
so
spikes
often
on
we should
the
change lawyers.
You mean like the most watched or something?
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Let's see.
And when they would talk, that he owed her.
Okay.
And he
Let's
owed her big time.
And she was notified of that.
I assume so. And she, when she used to trust me and talk to me about her legal stuff, and then she felt like I was getting too close to Danny, she, her parents were goading her on, like, you need to go to the mattresses, you need to get, and they wanted to be done with him and really stick it to him. There was a mentality when she would talk to me and when I was present with them, when they would talk, that he owed her.
Okay.
And he owed her big time, which they weren't married a whole lot of years, but there was this, he owes you. That was, and I don't know whether it was because she had told them she felt she had been abused or what, but that was incredibly present. And the people that she talked to on Team Wendi had heard stories that Danny was very upset about, and he spent time trying to change that. So it got personal, it got professional, it was unpleasant.
Did Danny ever concede that he owed her more money?
No, he felt like he owed her less money. I mean, he would do anything for the boys. He would give everything for the boys. But in terms of her taking something that she wasn't owed, he was not.
No, I know, but I'd heard something before about that there was some contention in this divorce that he had not paid for everything.
And that was the case, I think, earlier on, to my knowledge.
I don't know if it was equity of the house or.
Yeah, they disagreed on house. Yeah, that sounds right. They disagreed on that. They disagreed on the jewelry, the heirloom, and then in going through this process, it was the concealment of the $500,000 in assets. And I didn't understand the details of what that entailed, if that was like inheritance money. I think she thought it was inheritance money that he wasn't entitled to. But it was a back and forth of, you just didn't do this, you didn't disclose that, you should have done this. And it was, she felt trapped. I know she felt trapped here. And I know that he, especially now dating someone in New York, was like, he wanted things to move on. I mean, even before he started dating Amy, when he was talking to me, he wanted to move on.
Tallahassee.
Is there something you want to say about this?
I think I'm really conflicted about the way Isom interacts with people that he's interviewing, especially people like Lacass, and I don't know, it might be his style. I don't know if I mean, this is the only case I know him to work, but it's like some of the things that he responds with just doesn't. It's like, are you listening, bro? To what's like? This isn't like a street type of shooting. You know, this is a dude in his garage.
Right, yeah.
You know, clearly a civilian, and he's hit up like that. And it's, I don't know what to describe it, but it's like it seems like he's just not absorbing the information, or I mean, even when Jeff Lacass came in like almost a year later with a whole bunch of receipts, he had literally a binder full of receipts.
Right.
And it's like, yo, you gotta appreciate this, man. Hey, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump on another.
Okay.
I was still married and I lived in Brandon. They came when they were engaged and stayed at my house for a couple of nights. So her life was South Florida. She grew up there, wanted to be back there, especially when the kids came. She wanted to be close to her parents. It was a little overwhelming for her, especially with 2 boys. And he was, hey, we're here and let's go into the community and really become a part of it. And so he was trying to help her get a teaching position at FSU. And so she started as an adjunct, and she was teaching the medical, legal, clinical. Marshall Cap, she was the person she reported to. He was at the service today. And she started bringing me in to guest lecture, and I've done it every semester for the last 3 years, including her summers. So I always have touched base with her, but it's, it's once a semester, once every 3 or 4 months. And Danny, it's, at least every month I'm hanging out with him at some point.
Okay. All right.
Like, you see, like,
So
Isom,
basically,
the way Isom he just doesn't. I don't know. He's not really.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I don't want to say, like, I respect him. I respect this man. It's just his style is not, particularly in this kind of cases, it's not very good. Maybe. I don't know.
No.
Maybe.
Like when he was interviewing Luis, and it's like, this guy has the most information. He was there, and like he was answering questions for him. Like, yo, let the man speak. I don't know. That was a weird thing anyway, because not one of those people took a note. There were three legal pads on the table, and not one of them took one note that whole interview. That had to be planned. I don't know why they would do that, but Chris DeCoste says something about it, like he didn't get any notes, and they didn't take notes. I don't know, but between all the interviews I've seen, Isom just doesn't seem to have any follow-up questions. Like
because
that are
so many follow-up questions that would come up to your head when listening to this, right?
correct.
It's like It's like, oh my gosh, the things that you can talk about with this kind of person that knows them, that was her friend and Dan's friend, and
Right. Think about like the majority of I don't know what goes on criminally in Tallahassee, but this has to be a type of anomaly for you from your usual caseload. Like most violence is I mean there's all kinds of violence, but it's a shooting at 11 in the morning in a garage in a Prius?
in this kind of neighborhood also, like it's
What'd you
it
say?
doesn't it's in this kind of neighborhood, it's not something that you see every day, and it's really
Right.
like it's unusual. It's very unusual.
Right. Like you like all the crime shows and there's so many YouTubes out with all these interrogations. So you see all these different styles of interviewing people, and most of them, the type of, I mean, the ones they show are crazy, but it's like the ones that like involve like gun violence, it's typically like street stuff, like like usually the victim is involved in some kind of street element, and so they don't really seem like so much of a victim. But when you see this guy, oh, he went to Harvard, like who's shooting him in the face? Who's shooting through the window and puts one hole in the window?
Right.
You shoot twice and the bullet goes, both bullets go through, only make one hole. That is a pro.
Right.
If you that the recoil from that is gonna no, he was able to adjust his arm and not let the recoil come back. And come on, yo. That's crazy.
That's professional work.
That's professional.
Yeah.
That's someone that's done that before. So get on the road and get him.
My gosh.
Think about that.
No, you're right.
Before he even interviews anybody, he was like one of the first people on the scene. And you look, oh, this guy got shot twice in the face, point blank, and only put one hole in the window. Oh, this person's definitely done this before.
Absolutely.
And no shell casings. He used the revolver. Like he's gonna know like the type of damage a bullet will go through a window. It's not like a big caliber bullet. It was just enough to do the job. This guy's a professional.
Absolutely. Yeah. My gosh, how scary.
Sigfredo is scary dude. Like he's definitely done this plenty of times, and I can guess that because all the type of conflicts he's having in prison, because he didn't snitch or do anything like that, but he's having all these problems. It's probably because the people that are associated with his other victims are in there with him. You know what I mean? And they're trying to take revenge on him.
Man, what a messy life.
Oh man.
Thank God for not breaking the law and living happily ever after.
Say that again?
Like, thank God for not breaking the law. Thank God for freedom. Thank God for not being in prison, Every time I go to the park and I visit the bathrooms there, I'm like, thank God I'm not in a prison or a jail. Thank God. Because it's the same, probably. This metal, talking about.
No. It's
worse.
Yo, look. Just
What?
leave that alone. I'm telling you.
But how can it be worse than a toilet, a public park toilet?
Okay. First, like you sit down. There's no seat. It's all metal.
Yeah, yeah,
It's all metal.
sure.
It's not private. There's no like. Well, in a door
oh,
sometimes they have stalls, but in a cell you're sitting right there. You know.
right. Yeah, I forgot about the privacy
And you're
part.
the most vulnerable. So you have to have someone watch, Someone has to have their back to you while you know what I mean? You gotta hope everything comes up.
Imagine living your life like this forever, and it's like your basic needs. We're talking about basic needs. My gosh.
Oh man. Yeah, it's oh man. It's not you don't
Yeah.
it's definitely a shock.
Yeah, absolutely. My gosh. And at her age, it's very, what was here? There's a question for you. You don't want to answer it?
Let me I can answer it, but like
You don't have
just
to if you don't want to.
finish your point. Finish your point.
Me? Finish my point?
Finish your point.
What was I saying? I cannot remember my
Look,
point.
You couldn't imagine like that type of being in that type of environment.
My gosh, at this age, can you imagine at this age? Your body is already
like
it
Donna?
needs
Yeah. Donna's like it was 75, but she's in jail. Like she's not in prison. That's it. That's gonna be different for her.
Prison is gonna be worse, probably, right?
Yeah, I would think so. And she's considered a violent offender. She's a violent. She's in there for a violent felony. It's not like you'll probably get put with people that are at your grade of temperament. Like you have like white collar people with drug people, and and then you have the more violent ones like the armed robberies and things like that, home invasions, and then you have the offender, like the other people. They're not people. They're subhuman, but you know what I'm talking about. They gotta have a certain type of be somewhere, So it's that like they should know, like that's the risk that they're taking by doing that, but they thought they're invincible. At least Sigfredo knew Sigfredo knew he was doing, but I think he was so mesmerized by Katie and the risk that he was taking, but like Luis didn't know the whole risk that he was taking rolling with Sigfredo on that.
I think there's a lot of trolls today in the chat. I don't know why. They're working hard. But anyway.
There you go.
What?
It's in the chat.
You?
Yeah, me. Yeah.
Oh. When was that?
It was a long time ago. Time ago.
Yeah. You know that this is public chat, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying if you don't want. Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
I'm not.
Were you inside in the jail or prison?
Yes and no, but
okay. Yeah, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gosh, life, right?
It's
Life.
that's the truth. I mean, I like when people like post like videos of like, you know, like Charlie in the paddy wagon and stuff. Like, I don't know that like I personally don't see like the entertainment value of looking at what people order on their commissary and things like that.
Mm.
And you know,
I agree with you. I don't. I mean, I 100% think that whoever did something like Charlie should be where he is.
right.
Absolutely. It's just I am a human being and I sometimes don't like to see another human being suffering so bad, even if they like, I'm not talking about Charlie. I'm talking in general about prisoners.
Yeah.
Even if you've done something very bad, I think there's basic things that someone should have in life, even in prison. I don't know. Maybe it's I'm talking too much.
It's sad to see it, but it's like that's what they did. They knew what they were getting involved in. They knew what they were getting involved in.
Yeah, if you gotta pay a price. Yeah. Okay.
So, but I mean, as far as it's that's the end of the road for him. And I one thing about like Wendi, when it comes to this, it's like I have a feeling like they have to pick her up on the sneak tip. Like they can't let her know they're coming. I just don't think that she's gonna be willing to go through that process willingly.
Yeah.
Like I think if she had time to think about it, she would probably delete herself. I think she's that type.
Really?
Like psychologically, yeah.
If she knew it's coming, she would do that.
Hold up.
Okay.
Hang on, Kim. Let me put Kimba's comment up there.
Who?
The Kimba's comment. Why Puck was that person you deleted?
Yeah.
That you deleted. Let me tell you something. That's trolling. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Like,
I know.
yeah, I know you know, but like to say that about someone, you can't just do that. I'm telling you from someone with my experience, you can't just say that about someone.
Of course,
So
you cannot say that about
No.
someone.
What I'm saying is, when you say stuff like that, you gotta you got to come with receipts, because if this were real life, it would definitely be.
No. If you want to say something like that, never say it unless you have evidence.
Right. That's like
Go
crazy.
get the evidence and then come talk to us. If you don't have the evidence, zip your mouth.
Yeah, that's that isn't. I'm not bothered by that at all. But like,
Okay.
But I'm telling you, like, if someone says that about someone, like, and it's not true, like, immediate action will be taken on you. I'm just saying, like,
how low can you go?
Yeah, that's just lame. But
whatever.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be on here, you know. I'm not embarrassed by. It's not. I mean, it's just. It is what it is. It's nothing to be.
Do you think that everyone in life didn't do horrible things? Like I think every single person has a story. Every single person, and it takes so much courage to come up and say, hey, I did a mistake. I take accountability. I did something wrong. That's what humans are like. That's what life is for.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you first thing. I wouldn't even call what I've done a mistake. I just got caught. I'm not. I got caught. I'm not ashamed. It's not a mistake. I knew what I was doing.
Okay.
So like, there's no. And I don't think what I did in my own heart is wrong. It's just the law says it is. So, but I'm just saying like there's no shame.
Yeah, no, I'm glad.
There's no shame. It's like it comes with its own. Here, let me just tell you this. If you have a felony conviction, that it follows you forever. So like, it affects you in so many ways, like getting a job and things like that, and it follows you forever. It just is what it is. After a while, you get used to it. You know, once felon is marked on you, that's depending on what you did. That's like it can go there. But when people who are not who just hear such and such as a felon, it's like, oh, but there are levels to it. Depending on where you live, some things are misdemeanor in one state, some things are some archaic laws in another state.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like, it's not. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not a thug. I mean, maybe depending on who you ask, but no, I wouldn't be talking to. Come on, yo. It's I know what I'm talking about when it comes to certain things. That's why people watch my videos, but let me tell you something. I covered another case, and one of the things that I noticed, like when people say stuff about people like that, you just say, oh, you're one of those people. Most of the time, that's what they are. It's a known thing where those type of people are that. And I covered another case, and literally like 30 sock puppet accounts were like saying all kinds of craziness about me. I'm like, hold up, this is the same person. And I proved it in the video. And it's like, that's what they were. They were one of those people. I was covering a case that involved a younger girl that was, taken advantage of by her mom's boyfriend, and she ended up being unalived. And I covered that. I talked about that case. And
oh my gosh, I just cannot with this case.
Like, they infiltrate whenever you talk. Could be that person. So it's like it's wild, but yeah. And I'm talking about.
It comes with the territory. It comes with the we're all in the same ecosystem. Since we're here, there's gonna be people that's like Trent, that's like these other blah blah blah, whatever. It doesn't matter really.
YouTube, that's what it
doesn't matter really. It doesn't
matter. But back like to Wendi. I don't think Wendi can handle like the attention of the public looking at her in the blue suit, in a three-piece suit. 3-piece is like when you're handcuffed and it's on your waist. That's a 3-piece suit. So she's not gonna come out there with the chains jingling around when she's walking through the courtroom and Georgia Cappleman and everybody's looking at her. No, she's I think she's a self-deleter, just like Donna was threatening to do.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't know. My gosh. It's gonna be a show when it's gonna happen.
Oh,
every day when I open my social media and stuff, every day I think about it, like there's gonna be a moment when we're gonna see Wendi Adelson is arrested. Gosh. Just like it happened with Donna. I didn't expect that Donna would be arrested that early.
Me either. But I think they had to do it because she was trying to go to Vietnam.
Right, yeah. She wasn't even indicted when she was arrested. I saw somewhere someone was saying that.
No, they had to write the indictment after the fact. They put in a probable cause to get the warrant once they knew, but they had to write it after the fact.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna have to turn it off because I'm really
You tired?
yeah, my head is
All right.
but maybe we can do this more often.
Yeah, I need to get my get more experience going live and talking, you know.
Yeah, maybe next time on your channel and then on my channel, you know.
But yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
But I appreciate you having me and everybody that came to watch.
I appreciate you coming here and
Of
being
course.
on the show.
Of course, yo. Of course.
Thank you.
And even the, you know, if you got trolls, you're doing something. If no one's trolling you, you're not, you know, you're not doing nothing. You know how it goes. But yo, I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone watching, and thanks for having me.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody that's watching. Thank you for your time and for the preparation and
of course
insight and everything.
Of course.
Grisch, Chris, drop the next video, please.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm working on it. It's about Wendi Sigfredo and the owl. So because people asked me to make a video that's covering the topic. I got y'all. Give me a day or two. I got y'all. All right. Be safe.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.